Hi, my name is Laura, and my child has named me Princess Mommy. So, coming to you as Princess Mommy, I want to tell you a few of my adventures in pregnancy this time. Let's see. So, my first appointment was 9 weeks and a couple of days, and I turned 34 just 3 months after I turned 34. I got pregnant. So my egg is in fact 34 years old. Uh, However, on my first appointment, I was definitely a different vibe and feel than my first pregnancy, which was at 30. So I was definitely encouraged more strongly to do the genetic testing. Um, and I was definitely, it was a different experience. They wanted me to see a genetic specialist before we even had any test results yet. And for me, it was just a little bit of overkill. It felt like, well, at any moment, your your baby is going to have some chromosomal problem, or you're going to have a problem come up. So we need to be ready for it. We need to be prepared for disaster. Basically is how it felt. So I ended up not, I declined the testing. Our insurance wasn't going to cover it anyways. And I didn't want to spend, 500 and some odd dollars to make them feel better, because I am going to turn 35 5 days before my baby's due. So if you're an older mom and you feel worried or concerned, you know, in my opinion, the worry is worse for your pregnancy than anything else. And, the other issue I have is this with genetic testing is I know so many people who got the test done and then had, several markers for Down syndrome, and then their child is totally fine. I know I had a relative who it was super certain they were going to have spina bifida, and he was fine. There's just a lot of, it looks really bad. Oh, everything's fine. So that's something to consider, because if it's not going to change your pregnancy, um, you know, like according to my midwife, the risk only slightly goes up at 35. Slightly goes up at 35. And again, my egg is not 35 years old. So if your egg is 35 years old and you're concerned, then by all means, do the testing, of course. It's your personal decision. But if you feel like, this is a little bit much, like I did, then, you have a right to say no. You are in the driver's seat, you're in control, and you can say no. It's an optional test, and you do not have to do that. And you don't have to, in my case, you don't have to pay for it, just because everyone else is kind of concerned about your age. So don't feel alone if you're nearing advanced maternal age, or you are advanced maternal age. We're in this together. So that was my first my first visit. It was definitely a different experience.